Okay, guys. New problem tayo. Let's see for problem. You have binding energies. So we're already on energetics and nuclear reactions. So accounting for the energy. That's what our aim. Energy computation. Calculate the binding energy of 1 mole of carbon-14 nuclei. The experimental determined mass of carbon-14 6 electrons 14.03242. So this is from experiment. So according to the, if you have read na, so magagamit to siya kasi ito yung na-experiment, nakikita nila kung ano talaga yung carbon-14. But again, you can calculate carbon-14 from its entities, meaning from subatomic particle. From subatomic particles, which is usually the proton and the nucleon. Nucleus. I mean the nucleus, which is the neutron and the proton. Okay, so how do we do that? We can analyze that your carbon-14, since it is carbon, it has 6 protons. So meaning, yung hydrogen atom mo, kung makikita mo yung derivation ng formula na naman for binding energy, minomultiply lang niya kung ilan yung proton mo, which is ilan yung hydrogen mo. So kung may 6 tayo dito sa carbon-14, yung natitira ay neutron. So meaning, magmumultiply lang tayo ng 6, 14 minus 6, that would be an 8. 8 neutron, tapos 6 na hydrogen atom. Ganun lang. And you can already compute the delta M, which is the mass defect. Mass defect is yung accord from theoretical, ima-minus natin from actual. Kasi yung actual, nawalan na siya ng binding energy. Yun na yung kinocompute natin, yung binding energy. So we can plug that equation actually, this one. Actually, pwede nyo kapihin itong mga number lang as your example. Ito kasi is nagko-compute ng, anyway, you can do it. Your example. Ito kasi yung discussion sa book. So, you can just copy it. Wala lang mga words. Alam nyo naman. So, ito yung hydrogen natin, that is proton. Proton yan. Kasi yung hydrogen mo, wala siyang neutron. So, proton siya. And then, tuloy mo ito nag-calculate yata yun ng helium. So, ito, carbon yung kukompute natin. So, meaning, yung delta M natin is, ito yung kinumpute mula dito. Sige, gawin na natin. Delta M muna tayo. So, computation for your delta M. Di ako nag-delete. So, compute tayo muna ng delta M. Your mass defect, delta M, would be equal now to mass from theory, TH na lang, minus yung mass from experimental. Usually, yun yung equation doon. Yung mass from theory, that would be 6 na proton. Again, the problem is carbon-14. So, dito papasok yung knowledge natin about kuan. Yung carbon-14 meaning kasi carbon siya, meron kang 6 protons. Tapos, yung natitira ay meron kang 8 neutrons. So, yung protons, ito yung hydrogen. Okay? Yung hydrogen na mass. So, meaning, from theory, magmumultiply ka ng 6, tapos, yung mass ng hydrogen mo. Mass ng hydrogen, theory, tsaka magpla-plus ka naman ng 8 neutron. Mass of neutron. Yun yung mass ng theory. Okay? Tapos, i-minus mo dito yung experimental mass. Okay? So, diretsuin ko na lang kasi mahilig talaga ako sa diretso. Para hindi ako naglalagay ng mga numbers. So, you can compute the binding energy, EB, to be equal to that relativistic mass, that mass defect from Einstein equation, mc squared, multiplied by s squared, delta c squared. Kaya lang, kailangan natin ng constant dito. So, tingnan na lang natin ang book. So, delta M, ito yung lalagay natin yung delta M. So, that would be 6 mass of your hydrogen plus your 8 na mass ng neutron. Okay? I-close ko siguro. Minus mass from experiment. That is again my delta M. That is my mass defect multiplied by C squared. Kaya lang, mayroon tayo actually itong 1.66605, This is still your kung para mabilis kasi magka-convert tayo eh. Magka-convert na kung di natin to i-copy na lang. Actually, this is your Avogadro's number na binaliktad. May pangalan dito, actually. I think it's somewhat, nakalimutan ko na. Palagi kami gamit yun sa physical chem. Kwanto siya. If I'm not mistaken, parang Bohr something. Bohr constant. So ito actually, you can compute this one by using your Avogadro's number. Yung derivation mo ng gram per mole ng hydrogen. Okay? Kasi yung hydrogen mo yung pinaka basis kasi may proton lang siya. So you can compute the bare proton from that. So dito, kakapihin na lang natin. You have your mass defect and then this is conversion factor from that U, atomic unit, and then multiplied by your C squared, which is the velocity of your light. Velocity of light is 3 times 10 to the 8 or 2.99792. So ikakopy lang natin to. Meaning from our computation, that would be, maglalagay tayo ng conversion factor. Asan na yun? Tiyata, 1.66054. I think nasa calculator nyo din to. 1.66054. 1.66054 kilogram per mass unit mu. U. Mass unit yan, unit. Kasi yung lalabas dito is mass unit U. U lang yung unit natin. That is the mass. Okay? Mass unit. Pag galing sa mga masses ng proton, electron, and so on. Tapos, magmumultiply na tayo dito ng velocity of light, which is 2.99 something. Okay? That is 2.99792. 2.99792. 2.99792 meters per second and then squared. I think kailangan natin ng conversion pa rin. May conversion pa rin dito. Yung conversion naman ng kilogram meters, mamaya na. Kasi na-convert to. Ito, yung kilogram, diretso na. Yung kilogram meters per second, square second mo is joule already. Your kilogram, paano ba? Kilogram meters squared per second squared. Again, ito, ihiwalay mo yung kilogram meters per second squared, tapos may multiplied ka ng meter dito. Kita nyo? Yung meter, hiniwalay mo. Actually, ito yung tinatawag natin mass and then acceleration. This is actually Newton. So, Newton multiplied by meter. So, ito, Newton meter, that would be equal to joule. Again, that is the definition of your 1 joule. 1 Newton force that is traveling at that is moving with a mass of this moving with a mass. That is your energy already. Okay? So diretso na siya pala. So we can plug the constant here. The 6 protons. So 6 multiplied by your mass of your hydrogen. That is 1.007825. 1.007825. Hindi to yung mass dun sa periodic table nyo ha. So, ilistan nyo na lang to. Kasi sa nuclide to lumalabas. 1.007825. 1.007825. 1.00725 sa atomic mass unit, and then multiplied tayo ng 8 na neutron. Yung neutron nyo naman is 1.008665. 1.08665. 1.08665. 1.08665. Okay? 1.08665, and then yung experimental mass natin from the problem, that is 14.003242. 14.003242. 14.003242. And then enclose na lang natin ng parenthesis. And then next, your conversion natin 1.66. Yung galalabas dito is unit U. 1.66054 kilogram per U. So, cancel na lang natin yung U. Tapos, yung 2.9. So, 2.99792 squared unit is meter squared per second squared. So, again, kilogram meter per second squared is Newton, and then yung matitirang meter is Newton meter, magiging joule siya. So, I think diretso na to siya dito. Answer na kagad in terms of Newton meter. Okay, or joule. So, pwede nating idiretso yan sa calculator. 6 times 1.007825 plus 8 times 1.080665. Kahit isure ko lang yung mga 00. So, kulang ako dito ng isang 0. 1.008665. $1.008665. And then, magma-minus tayo. Minus 14 0.003232. Okay, parenthesis. Multiplied ng 1.66054 multiplied ng 2.99792 squared. Okay, I have it already. So, your energy, binding energy is 1.69. 1.69 to 3 significant figures. I think kailangan natin ng 3. Ano ba? Kahit 5 yata. 1.686. As ilagay ko lang. Anyway, 1.69. Tingnan natin yung problem. Usually, yun nga. Sabi ko na nga ba. Tigli-5. Tingnan mo usually tigli-5. So, Control C. So, 1.68 6868 6868 joule. Malit yata. Times 10 to the negative 7 times 10 to the 8. Okay, sorry. Ito pala ay may times 10 to the positive 8 at ito ay times 10 to the negative 17. Okay lang yan. Negative 27. Sorry, mali. So, negative 27. So, I'll just have to correct it. I-enclose ko na lang to ng parenthesis. Exponent 8. Tapos, itong isa is 1.6054 exponent negative 27. So, again, 1 mole to. 1 mole is kakapiranggot. Tulad ng derivation natin ng sa combustion process, nasa kilojoule sila. So, makukumpara natin gaano kalaki yung energy ng mga nuclear reactions. Anyway, up. 1.6868 times 10 to the negative 11. Ay, sorry. Papatuloy lang natin to. So for 1 mole, that is 1.6868 times 10 to the 11 joule, joule per mole. That is this is actually per hindi pa to per mole. So usually magmo-multiply tayo ng 6.022 times 10 to the 23 atom. Kasi ito joule per atom to, per atom ng carbon 14 per atom. So atom per mole. Okay? Then so multiply ito ng 6.022 exponent 23. So we have actually 1.01. 1.01582 times 10 to the 13 joule per mole. So masyadong malaki to kasi sa pagsusunog, nasa times 10 to the 3 lang tayo. Ito times 10 to the 13. Kaya masyadong malakas yung mga nuclear chemical reactions. Okay? Thank you guys for listening.